Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm making fried chicken, but it's gluten-free. How could that be tasty? Let me show you what's up. Let's get started. All right, so it's real simple. It's real quick. I have tenderloins, chicken tenderloins. Makes it easier for the cut. I'm gonna make more like a chicken nugget because it's quicker, a little more crispier. And you know, it's all about that quick shot in the kitchen, right? When you ain't got the time, you gotta hook it up, make it quick. All right, so I'm gonna chop up this chicken real fast. And then, you know, while you're chopping the chicken, you could have your oil heating up. I use avocado oil because then you can get it really hot without burning the oil. It's a good fat. Now, normally they say don't fry stuff. You know, if you do it ever so once in a while, you'll be all right. But again, do what you feel best fits you. But this is more of a healthier version of fried chicken, but it's still tasty. So I'm almost done with cutting this chicken. All right, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in my bowl. Now, next step, I'm gonna season it. I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll show you the next step. All right, so now I'm gonna season my meat. Now, I'm all about the seasoning. You just wanna be a little careful with the salt because you don't want it too salty and that'll take away from the flavor, okay? So I add oregano, kind of a garlic herb mix with no salt. Again, I get crazy with the seasoning. Not salt, seasoning, right? It doesn't hurt to get it all flavorful. So seasoned up my meat. I'm gonna add my egg to it. Okay, now. All right. Get a little extra strong with it. Cool. All right. So, you know, I get a little dirty with it, but I'm gonna add some of the seasoning to my flour as well. Because again, it's all about that flavor, right? Who wants boring food? Shit, I know I don't. All right. So something my mother used to always do, she would fry up chicken. And cold chicken is good, right? So anytime you have some chicken, you could always put it to the side. Just let it breathe so the crispiness is still there. You could always reheat it in the oven. So that's really good. The nuggets, the meat is already cooked really well. So if you go to reheat it, be mindful because you don't want to really dry it out. That's just something to be careful about. But other than that, just really delicious and tasty. So I'm gonna get a little dirty with it and I'm gonna mix it. Now this hand is clean because I'm gonna put the oil in my pan, but I'm letting it heat up. So as it's heating up, I'm doing my mixture. And the egg is what's gonna allow the flour to adhere to the meat, and it gives it more of a little bit more of a body. And I do my chicken strips with the egg, but if I do bone-in type of meat with the skin, I normally don't add egg. You just add the flour. You could do a wet batter, but that'll be another time. All right, cool, that's mixed. Let me add my oil. Now I'm gonna do an avocado oil. Let's see how much skill I got. Cool. All right. Got my oil. The pan is hot. Now these are nuggets, right? So we're gonna churn them only once. See what's up. Let that oil get hot. Remember, you want the oil hot before you add the meat because once you add the meat inside, it's gonna bring the temperature down a little bit and it'll prevent it from getting a good crisp if it gets down too low. And then you're gonna be sitting there and then it'll absorb the oil. So the hotter it is, the more crisp the meat gets and the less absorption it's gonna take. Now, at least that's what I was raised to believe. I don't know if it's true. Any scientists out there, go ahead and research that. But for as what I know, make sure it's hot, get a good crisp, and then that's what you want to do. All right, I think it's ready, so I'm gonna go ahead. I have my flour mixture right here, and it's really tapioca flour, which is a gluten-free. So it's a little bit of a different texture. Now that's not ready yet. No worries, don't stress. I'm gonna go ahead and let it kick it there. Once you see the flour kind of bubbling and getting a little bit more, yeah, just some bubbling around it, you know, that tells you it's getting hotter. And then you can add the rest. But again, don't keep adding it because we want the temperature to go up. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it in the oil. My kids actually love this chicken. Remember, you're only gonna flip it once, so you wanna be strategic on the way you lay it in the pan. Okay. Still got room in there. We don't wanna overcrowd it as well. Same concept as allowing ventilation to happen so around the chicken can evenly cooked and get all nice and crispy. Also, it doesn't bring the temperature down too crazy, so you can kind of keep it nice and at a temperature that it will get crispy for you. We're kind of pushing it to the side if you need a little bit of room, you know. It's not really touchy, or shoot, I wouldn't even know the term, but just get it in there, give it some room around it. All right, cool. That's plenty for now. Let it kick it. When you start seeing the edge around the edges get brown, that's when you want to go ahead and flip it. Now, if you're not too sure what you're looking at, no worries. Go ahead and just gently, you know, get some tongs and go ahead and just check it out and see, you know, lift it a little bit and see if it's kind of browning on that side, and then just place it right back in the same spot, okay? All right, cool. So we're gonna let that kick it, fry up, and then I'm gonna show you the beautiful presentation when it's done. All right, y'all. So remember, you're only flipping it once. It's looking good. It won't take but a few seconds to get it on that side. It's more like a shallow fry. And that's what I'm talking about. Delicious. Now, a lot of times I'll have this with, it's called a rice stuffing. And I'll do that in another video. It's delicious. Red beans and rice with a good salad. Some greens, kale, you know, the delicious kale recipe with smoked turkey leg. It's delicious. Anyway, the kids will love it. It's a good little quick shot. All right, it's ready. Start taking these out. Now, old school style, get a paper towel to absorb some of that oil. Delicious. Now, the tapioca flour doesn't get crazy dark like normal flour does when you're frying up chicken, you would think. So this is completely cooked, nice and crispy. It's got a pretty color to it. It might look a little young, but it's good. It's just right. So put that on your paper towel to absorb the excess oil. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little extra flip. And then, look how pretty that is. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna plate this up. And a lot of times, you know, some of my kids will have some chicken with some ketchup. And I found this ketchup because a lot of times I don't want to make it myself. So I found this really cool ketchup at Sprouts. I ain't really, you know, sponsored by them, but it's all good. This right here is the business. So if you can get a hold of that, it's delicious. It's non-sweetened, add some Louisiana hot sauce or Red Rooster to it, it's bomb. All right, so here's that delicious fried chicken. Now remember, don't forget to subscribe. I got a lot of cool, delicious recipes that you're gonna wanna, you know, try out and add to your meal plan. So look how beautiful that is. Now that's the business. Remember this, you can get fit, stay fit, love life eating tasty food. It's a real thing. Subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. All right, to the next one.